As you walk through the valley of the shadow of hell, you will realize that there is something ahead. Something that lurks behind the dark veil. A veil that is beyond our own comprehension. Beyond the veil.
Ladies and gentlemen, get one hand free and prepare yourself for Beyond the Veil!
Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back. We are here.
Partially here.
But we're back. It's Monday. Jesus Christ. I'm so fucking disoriented today, dude. What have you been up to?
What have I been up to, man? Oh, man. Working and stuff.
Okay.
And,
You got a new phone?
I got a new phone, yeah, dude. My other phone.
We haven't been able to sext each other.
Yeah, we're gonna work on that. But yeah, I got a Galaxy Note 7, which is actually pretty slick so far. I'm pretty digging on it.
And we are not sponsored by them. Just
We're
so you know.
not. But
well, anything cool that happened?
what was I thinking? Oh, I watched. Like I said, I would have liked to put this in our mindfuck episode, but I watched the. It's called Triangle.
Oh yeah.
I watched it a couple times. I watched it myself.
Right.
My head exploded. I put my head back together. I let Laura watch it. Her head exploded. And then I just left her to die on the couch.
She was like flip-flapping around.
No, but I think in a later episode I want to talk about it because
Sure.
It's very, 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 very well written. And my experience in screenwriting and screen theory and stuff, and as far as the writing is concerned, it is spot on.
Right.
It's like not even funny.
It is. They do take you on a trip there, and some of the parts in it were really fucked up. I was like, "Ooh."
What I'm talking about is like, for example, generally speaking, with a movie that's an hour and a half long, or not
Right.
an hour and a half. I'm sorry, 2 hours. Because you have your basic Sid Field 3-act structure, because that's generally what people use, because Sid Field kind of popularized the...
Sith Field?
Sid Field.
Oh, I was like, Sith?
Sith Lord?
Come to the dark side.
Praise the Sith Lord. Praise him.
No, but Sid Field.
Yeah, he popularized the 3-act structure. Because generally the first act is 30 pages, second act is 60 pages, last act is 30 pages.
Okay.
And it's about a page a minute. So if you have this full-on 3-act structure, based on 30, 60, 30, it's a 2-hour movie.
And always the first 5 minutes have to be some sort of punch.
It's actually the first 15.
First 15 minutes.
That's the inciting incident. The idea being that if you watch the film within 15 minutes, you're hooked.
Right.
And
so there's got to be something that happens.
Yeah, and you know what happens exactly the 15-minute mark in the triangle?
What?
The storm that happens.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And so in everything, like in 30 minutes, something happens. 60
so that's
minutes
kind of like a staple in the industry. You gotta have to.
Because
people lose interest.
Yeah, no. I'm just saying the film was very well written. It was very well orchestrated. I really fucking dug it.
Well, we missed a lot of mindfuck movies, guys. So
yeah.
I mean, just one off the top. I'm not gonna go into detail about it, but it was Jacob's Ladder.
Oh, I know.
And I don't know
dude.
how we forgot about that one, but we were just so far up Cronenberg's ass. I think
I know
we could smell his lunch, dinner, and breakfast from 3 months ago.
Pretty much. It's all good though. But what have you been up to, man? You.
I've been doing more work outside. I've been busting my ass on this podcast, trying to come up. We got some new shit that we're actually gonna be doing, but yeah, I haven't really been doing too fucking much. What the fuck have I been doing? Oh, I got some new movies and shit. I've been working my ass off though on my regular job. So
playing Storage Wars.
Yeah, Storage Wars. I'm burnt like a fucking. Something's wrong with me, gothic potato. Like I don't even know. Because all I do is wear black out in the fucking sun. Everybody's like, you're a fucking idiot. You know that black draws light into it, right? But, other than that, man, I've just been getting ready for this next podcast, making some money. We actually got some new stuff. I mentioned it just a second ago. We got some new stuff that we're trying to do with the podcast. And it will be going beyond the podcast.
Beyond.
Yeah, the veil. But yeah, we want to do some really big things. Like, I don't know if they're big. We just like horror in any facet. And I think if you're a horror fan, you know, there's different types of horror fans, and we want to cover some games.
Oh, for sure, dude.
So Mike actually watched some of my videos because I used to do Twitch streaming and shit for games, and I would play a lot of survival horror games or, you know, just MMO style, like kill people games. I don't know. You run around and fuck with people's heads and shit.
Yeah, dude. And I was saying too, man, they're actually legitimately fucking hilarious, man.
Yeah. Well, thanks, man.
Dude, it's fucking hilarious, dude. Like,
check out YouTube now.
Yeah, Deacon Rain, right?
Yeah, it's Deacon Rain. Well, you can find it if you go to youtube.com. What is it? /Alex the Dark Unicorn. Which sounds so metal.
But yeah, you got one on there where you're God, man, the one where you were trying to fucking get the guy to kiss you or whatever.
Yeah, I don't remember which one it was. Like, I know you had mentioned that to me, and I was like, which video? I know what he's talking about, but I don't even remember what game I was playing.
Oh, it was DayZ.
Okay, DayZ. Yeah, because I played DayZ, H1Z1, did some survival horror games like Outlast and Aliens, Alien game or whatever.
Regardless, it's fucking cool. And I would love to fucking do it.
Well,
man.
and I want to see you do it too, so I know you're not used to doing it.
But the only thing that I'm worried about is I can do the regular single player stuff.
Right.
You know, and rag on it and stuff.
Oh, yeah, that's all we would have to do, really. Anything horror themed, somehow.
Yeah. But I would love to do the multiplayer stuff where I fuck with people.
Yeah, dude,
but
some of that is pretty funny.
I'm just worried that, like, because you were very subtle. Because I think if
Yeah.
you're too on the nose, people know you're fucking with them.
Right.
But if you're kind of subtle, they don't really catch on quick enough.
Right, yeah, because if, like, you're commanding
I'm
the
afraid I'm going to be
conversation.
like, yo, you want to suck my dick?
They'll be like, shut the fuck up, and then you're dead.
I know, you get shot.
Dude, H1Z1's like that.
Oh, man.
But yeah, so we want to cover games.
Yeah.
What else do we want to cover? We want to do some interviews.
Yeah, I got a friend of mine who I've known for years and years and years, and they do this festival every year called Fearcon in the Valley.
Oh, yeah. You know, I've actually never been, but I am excited.
Yeah, it's a Fearcon, like a fear festival, all related to horror film. They do a lot of stuff with, like, live bands. They have film screenings. They do awards. They have guests and stuff. It's actually really cool. They did one the other, like, a couple years ago, I think it was. I don't remember exactly what it was. My band played it.
Okay.
Hardwire played it. And they did it at one of the big haunted houses we have here in the Valley.
That's pretty awesome.
So it's actually really cool. But anyways, we're going to be hooking up with them this year, and they're actually hooking up with Fangoria. So Fangoria Fearcon.
Yeah, that's like a double duo of danger. October 7th through the 9th, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm looking it up now, but it's a film festival convention. So they do like films. They do all matter of events surrounding horror. But it's going to be in Tempe, Arizona, October 7th through the 9th. And I think they have tickets up online. We'll put a link up. If you guys are in Phoenix and you like horror, come out and support this, because I think this is the first time Fangoria has ever actually been a part of it. It's kind of I'm interested to see what they're going to do. I know that there's VIP tickets up now. I don't know if they have the regular ones, right?
I'm not sure, but you're correct. VIP for sure. We can post up a link of all the people that are going to be there so far.
Sweet.
And
yeah,
they're
they've got a list of some people right now. Robert Mukes.
Yeah, he's
from
one of them.
House of a Thousand Corpses, I know is going to be there.
Yeah, so it's a huge list, and they're going to have more for sure.
Sweet.
And like I said, not only that, but they're going to have bands and all this kind of cool stuff. And I've known Jim and Chris. Chris.
Oh, Chris. Come to the rock, Chris.
This is what alcohol does to me. But I've known them for years. They're really cool people, man. And it's so killer. So we're going to be there. We're going to interview some people, and it's going to be awesome.
Sweet. Yeah, no, that I'm really excited about, because I want to try to do some interviews with people. We're not sure if we're going to do video or just audio, or we're just going to go with it and just see what it does. I think we're better off the cuff anyway. So it's just kind of like, I mean, we're going to not be off the cuff, obviously. Hey, like, just interrupt them in the bathroom. Hey, what's up, guys? What are you doing? So Robert Mukes, he just beats her face in. But yeah, doing some interviews, interviewing directors or anybody in the industry, really, and conventions would be great. I mean, we can't go to all of them, but, you know, we're limited. I mean, we'd probably go to these anyway, but we're thinking about doing, like, reviews of some of the amusement parks, like the horror, the haunted house theme parks or whatever, around Halloween. So
yeah, like I just scored a bunch of tickets for the 13th floor haunted house.
Yep.
So that'll be fun to go. So we're
$13.
$13. So what would be cool, and this is what I want to do. I want to go maybe grab food ahead of time,
Right.
or just grab some.
I don't know if I want to eat food.
I want to just drink my
You know what I mean? Like, I've had some bad situations happen.
Okay then, dude.
Yeah, I shit myself. No, I didn't really, but I just...
Well, if anything, we'll get wasted in the parking lot.
There
before
you
we
go.
But
we can puke by the, like, one of the fucking, you know...
the guy with the fake chainsaw.
Yeah, like, he's like, boo!
He's like, and you're like, whoa.
He slips, cracks his skull open.
But I was gonna say, like, I want to bring my little H2 recorder and
Yeah.
do like record on the way up. We'll do like a kind of impromptu podcast, and then I would like to interview like we're here in the parking lot. There's a good number of people
Like a fucking radio show, like, you know what I mean? Like,
on the ground.
yeah, I'm walking through this cemetery. As they're screaming at us, and they're like, you throw the fucking thing. It's like, there's $500! But yeah, no, that's some stuff, just a few ideas that we have. I mean, if you guys have any other ideas, I know we always ask this, you know, don't be shy. Let us know.
Let us touch
Let
you.
us learn from you. We're willing to listen. Call now, 1-900-FUCKBOY.
Well, really anything, you know, because we just want to make this show as good as we can.
Yeah.
We're trying our best with what we got, but if there's any kind of input you got, whether it's good or bad or
Yeah,
fucking
give us a middle finger.
sideways, yeah, fucking
Take
giant.
a shit on a plate and mail it to us.
Send us a picture of a giant
It's
pro-life
P.O. Box,
asshole.
go fuck yourself. Ohio. We got something that we've been meaning to do, and it brings me great pleasure to bring you the first and only, or not only, I guess, the first horror shot theme. We have a special drink here today.
It's very special.
Something that we've been meaning to do. And
Special needs drink.
I'll read you the name of it. I'll tell you how it is, how it smells. Mike will tell you
Very good.
how it tastes coming
I
up.
appreciate your nosing on this drink. It's very fantastic.
So if you guys haven't heard, there's Crystal Pepsi back out, right? Whoop-de-fucking-do. We are not sponsored by them, but we are going to go ahead and talk about what's in this fucking drink. It's called Mary's hemoglobin disorder that makes her blood transparent. The ingredients: 3 parts vodka, 6 parts Crystal. Yeah. It's like the new
Crips.
Pepsi. It's like from the Crips. From the, was it the West Side? I don't know.
No, Crips are it's L.A., dude.
I don't know. It's not just L.A. I'm cutting this out. So 3 parts vodka, 6 parts Crystal Pepsi, 1 pound of colorless tomato flavoring, or use the tomato cherries that you mash into a sort of tomatoey
cherries.
paste. Essentially what this is, you put a dash of Worcestershire sauce, salt and pepper, celery for the garnish. What does that sound like to you guys? It sounds like a Bloody Mary. Only it's clear. So that's why it's called Mary's hemoglobin disorder that makes her blood transparent. So what you do with this drink, after I've told you all the parts, you've written this down clearly.
It's very important.
It's a very important process here. In a shaker, combine vodka, colorless tomato flavoring, or cherry tomatoes.
Cherry tomatoes.
Worcestershire salt, or
Where's the salt?
Worcestershire sauce, salt, and pepper. Shake thoroughly. Pour into a glass of chilled Crystal Pepsi and serve with an informational pamphlet about this severe but treatable blood treatment or disorder. But that's how you make it. And clearly you're putting that together right now. And we're going to go ahead and try it. All right. First up, the smell.
I can
Smells very steak-like.
steak-like. I can't smell any of the vodka. It's being covered up by the Worcester sauce.
The worst Churster sauce.
Churcher sauce.
Churchill. I don't know.
Worst and Churchill sauce.
Worcestershire sauce. That's, I think, is how you say it. Okay, it smells like Worcestershire sauce. Now the taste test.
Yes.
Cheers.
Cheers, my friend. Yes, let's drink this.
Drink.
Drink and be merry. Ha ha ha. Be married, not get married.
Okay. Woo. So I didn't really taste the vodka that much. You can taste it in there, but it tastes like sweet tomatoes, or not the tomatoes, but the Worcestershire sauce with chunky bits. So it tastes like a period. A delicious period.
It tastes like getting your Red Wings.
Oh my God. Our female listenership has skyrocketed to the bottom of the hill. skyrocketed. I don't even know what the fuck I'm saying anymore. So it's absolutely horrendous. It's not good.
We should start. We should start making up shots.
Right. I
was
think we
thinking-
might, because this person obviously did. Why the fuck are you putting Pepsi? Okay, first of all, guys, if you don't know what Crystal Pepsi is, we had it years ago, and to be honest, the first time I tried it, I remember tasting like shit. Essentially, what Crystal Pepsi tastes like is Pepsi.
That's weird, dude.
Fucking shocker. Only it's clear.
What?
So it tastes exactly the same.
Dude, you're insane, man.
It just costs them less because they don't have to put the food coloring
What
in.
the fuck?
No, I mean, it's really not that great. I'm sorry to the Crystal Pepsi people, but go fuck yourself. Brought to you by Crystal Pepsi. But okay, so we took the shot. Are you fucking happy now, guys? Are you happy, Mike?
I am insanely happy. I'm about 8 inches happy in my pants.
We're gonna try it again, guys. We'll pick another one. If you guys have a suggestion for a horror themed shot, drop it in the comments, and if we pick it, we'll give you a shout out.
Yeah, I was thinking about a shot called. I had a couple in mind.
Yeah, do you have? Oh shit, go.
Well, one I forgot about. I lost it already in my brain. It's called the B movie, where we take like a regular shot that's like famous, and we just make it with subpar ingredients.
Oh, like just bottom shelf.
Yeah.
Oh god, there's gonna be some bottom shelf action going on in the toilet. That's how that.
That's
shit
a really
works.
dumb idea.
And it's not a bad idea. It makes sense, right? A B movie.
I was trying to think about stuff like that.
What other shots could there be?
You got to be like the Fulci. What would the Fulci be if it was a shot? If Fulci had a shot,
It would be chunky as fuck. It'd be worse than that shit. It'd be worse than Mary's hemoglobin turd. It would be gory as fuck. It would be like really chunky and red. And probably like Fireball with like tomatoes or something. Just make you disgusted, I guess. And we put some cheese in there because he's not only the godfather of gore.
This just in from the Western Front. Many news happening right now.
Here is the fucking news.
First item of news. Phantasm box set coming out soon.
Phantasm box set.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah, because they told us about the fucking... They're doing the theatrical release of the new transfer for the first Phantasm.
which is insanely cool.
Which J.J. Abrams...
That's fucking nuts, man.
Yeah, he was like all about it.
That's very cool.
Which, I don't think that's the first time that he's ever been like super into like horror like that. Like he has a lot of... Like even with Blair Witch... Like, he's did fucking Cloverfield.
Oh, yeah.
And I guarantee you that had everything to do with Blair Witch.
Dude, even if you go back and look at Lost and stuff like that,
Yeah.
there's definitely elements of that kind of stuff in it. I don't mean Blair Witch, but I mean, you can obviously see
Sure.
the guy has one foot in Bizarre.
I think he just loves film.
No, that's awesome, dude.
And I think he gets it, like, a lot of the times.
That's
Not
cool.
every time,
Yeah.
but a lot more. He's like the new Spielberg. I hope I'm not overstepping you on the news here.
No, dude, it's all good. Because you know more about the box set than I do.
Yes. So J.J. Abrams came to Coscarelli and said, "Yo, motherfucker." His words verbatim.
Yo, motherfucker.
Yo, motherfucker, where the fuck is the HD Phantasm, motherfucker? No, he just said, hey, is there an HD transfer of this? In J.J. Abrams' voice. So he went... Okay, so the alcohol's kicking in. I'll probably cut this out. So J.J. Abrams went to Don Coscarelli, and he said, hey, why has nobody ever put out an HD transfer? Is this real? And then he was like, we're going to make it happen. And then they got so much attention that I think they were like, well, this is going to help push Ravager, the new movie,
Oh, yeah.
the new Phantasm movie.
Dude, yeah.
And then they were like, fuck, this is getting a lot of fucking momentum. Everybody's excited. So what do we do naturally? We put out a fucking box set, HD, across the board, for all the sequels, motherfucker!
Ah,
No, I'm excited, actually. I just watched them recently, so that kind of sucks. But I'm excited about that.
No, it's insanely cool, man. I haven't seen that in a long time, man. Phantasm.
You should. I'll let you borrow him.
Oh, I got to see him again. I haven't seen him in a long time. I mean, that and like his Bubba Hotep.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah,
I actually saw that in theaters.
he did that other movie in it was
John
the
Dies at
first
the End?
episode of Masters of Horror. It's something on a something
empty
road.
empty road.
Something on a road.
Getting ahead on an empty
Yeah,
road.
go look that up. Something
Incident
on a road.
An incident on
Don Coscarelli.
Yeah, I know.
It's something dangerous on a mountainside road or some shit
Yeah.
like something weird. But it was actually pretty cool.
Yeah, I got to see it, but I haven't seen it in a while. I haven't seen it since I bought it. But I
Right.
do have it at home.
Yeah, that's right. You do have the whole series.
Do
Do you have the second one? Second season?
I'm not sure.
That's one I don't own. I got all the first season on Blu-ray at like Fry's Electronics for like $2 each.
Dude.
Each disc.
Dude, that's a good price.
Yeah, it was like fucking ridiculous. I was like, why is nobody buying these? There was tons of them.
Do you know what one of my favorite ones from the Masters of Horror
Mm.
was Argento's. Jennifer.
Jennifer, that's right. Is that where she was all like sexual and she would chew people's faces off or something?
I don't remember it 100%, but I remember being pretty impressed. But then at the time, I was very into Argento.
Yeah. I didn't know that was Argento.
Yeah,
But that would make sense. He's a master of horror. Hello.
I'm a masturbator of horror.
Apparently. So what other news do we have?
Lost Boys. Sounds like they might be making it into a WB TV show.
Oh, man.
Which is fucking... I got mixed feelings, man. I mean, it's like...
They've already tried to do the movies. Like, that was bad, right? Like, there was,
I
like,
know.
one that was okay. Right?
Yeah, yeah. It's tough because, like... I got a feeling it's going to bomb miserably.
I feel bad saying that, guys, but yeah.
WB does have a few good shows. Like, I'm really into Supernatural. Supernatural's on WB.
Right.
Plus, what's that other show? Contagion or something?
I haven't even seen that.
Is that what it's called?
Maybe?
I forget.
I don't know.
But it's on WB as well, and it's supposed to be good.
Okay.
And I know with Supernatural, it can kind of get bloody sometimes. So I know that they're willing to kind of push the envelope. But I don't like the idea of taking a movie as iconic as The Lost Boys and trying
Yeah.
to bend it into a series.
I don't know, man.
That really bothers me. It sounds like they're just milking an IP and trying to, like,
It does. I mean, I don't want to keep saying the same old bullshit. Well, you never know, because, you know, it just could be, and maybe.
It could be good. I don't know.
But let's talk honest here, guys. Most of us are probably going to be like, what the fuck? If you're a pretty decent fan of Lost Boys and had any nostalgia to it whatsoever, you're probably like, what the fuck right now?
Yeah, you're probably breaking shit over or something.
So what is the news on that? Like, what are they putting in it? Do they have any kind of information? Like when it, like, is it supposed to be with the original characters or?
Not that I know of. Yeah, it's supposed to start in the 60s, and they're speculating 7 seasons, and it's supposed to be every decade. So since the vampires don't age, every season it's a new decade, and the vampires are the same age.
Okay.
So
So
it's-
their attire changes.
They're what?
Their attire.
They retire?
No, their attire.
Oh yeah, their
Yeah,
attire
they're
changes.
just hipper and cooler as the generations change.
That's how it is so far. What they got, you know, it's the kind of thing like if they're trying to use the same characters from the movie,
Right.
without the 2 Corys and whatnot, it's not going to work. But if they just let it take place in the same universe, and they're just using Lost Boys as a background, it might work.
What if they go back in time, grab Kiefer Sutherland? Wait, there's no time travel. This is never going to happen.
Oh
right?
yeah, this is when vampires were fucking tough,
Right.
you know, and with Twilight, vampires turned into pussies.
Well, yeah, well, I guess you would count Dusk Till Dawn, though. Which, to be honest, the show isn't really that bad. Although the first season is literally just a stretched out version of the movie with different actors.
I haven't seen the show in a while, but I have watched it.
Yeah, I mean, there's some extra bits in it and stuff. And I don't know if I've even seen the second season yet. I think I started it? I don't remember. But I don't know. Lost Boys on a kind of a major network. I mean, WB is like right there. It's like its stepbrother.
Yeah, I know what you mean. It's,
Network TV, sort of.
yeah, it has the potential of being something, but my gut feeling is it's gonna bomb miserably.
Yeah.
And suck real bad.
Sorry, guys.
Sorry, guys.
Just give up. What's some other news we have here today? Do we have any other news?
There is other news, but I have something very important I have to take care of.
Oh, drinks.
I drink because I have no feelings.
Tastes like loser.
Tastes like sadness. Oh, this is a lot of whiskey. I'm going to do this. See, this is what you get when you tune into Beyond the Veil Horror Podcast. You get drunk people doing drunk things in drunk situations.
And thinking they're so fucking cool.
I am cool. I'm cool as fuck.
I'm drunk. I'm so edgy.
Yeah, dude. Hey, bro.
So we didn't talk about what we were going to talk about.
I got to talk about this last bit of news.
Oh, shit. There was news.
Apparently, this came out like last year, I think, as far as the article I read. New Line's thinking about rebooting A Nightmare on Elm Street again.
That's going to go well.
Yeah. It's like trying to blow yourself and
I feel like
breaking
such
your neck.
assholes. Like, everything that comes out, it's like, oh, there's this new thing. Like, shoot it down, kill it. Fucking pump 6 rounds and it's fucking beating hard.
And this is what's... Well, first of all, I did like the reboot they did a couple years ago.
Oh, really?
Well, I didn't really like it.
So you're like the 1%.
I liked some of the things it brought to the table.
I love the fucking dream sequences. I thought they were great.
But it was not Nightmare on Elm Street.
No.
It was not Robert Englund and Wes Craven. It did not give me a stiffy.
Yeah. Well, they just kind of twisted his character a little bit.
Yeah, they made him a little darker.
They made him a rapist.
Well, he was originally a child molester.
Yeah, or was he? I thought he was just a killer.
I thought he really originally was.
Oh, that's what they did. I remember now. They fucking turned it into, he was just like, he really wasn't a bad guy.
Oh, he's a
and
good
they
guy.
murdered him and they were all wrong.
Hey, there's nothing wrong
Is
with
that right?
raping
Is that how it
kids.
was, or am I fucking everything?
I don't know.
What was the original story then? Like, I thought that, and they wanted who in it?
Okay, I don't think this is ever going to happen, but it's so fascinating I want to talk about it.
Okay.
Okay, apparently some fan tweeted to Kevin Bacon
All right.
saying like, hey dude, I heard they're going to remake Nightmare on Elm Street. They need to get a real actor like you to play Freddy Krueger. Something to that effect. I'm paraphrasing. And then Kevin Bacon tweeted back and said, hey, I like the way you think.
Yeah.
So
And then he did a cartwheel,
yeah.
jumped off a car, splits in the air,
And then
and
he
danced to Footloose.
But
I don't know. What do you feel about that? Like, if they did, let's say that the remake never happened. Like, what would you think about that?
well, first of all, I have two feelings on it. Number one, my gut reaction is like, oh, obviously not. He can't do it. But then again, you think about it, he actually has some true acting chops. The guy can act.
Sure.
And not only that, but Robert Englund had like real gaunt features in his face. And I think it's part of the reason Freddy looked so creepy. And Kevin Bacon
kinda
has
similar.
the same thing. Yeah.
So
So
got
he
pretty
might.
eyes.
Yeah, he's pretty sexy. If I had to do one man this year,
That'd be Kevin Bacon.
it was Kevin's Bacon.
I don't know what I think about that though. I'm open to it. Like, it's so weird. It's weird enough. Maybe it's not weird. It kind of feels right. I don't know. It's somewhere in between. Like, I don't know if I want to have sex, but I will if I need to. So Kevin, if you're listening, call me.
But no, I'm with you on that. Like, it's
Like, I don't know how I feel. Yeah.
It's tough. Like, on one hand, I'm like saying, oh, that's absurd, that's stupid, that can't work.
But it might just be so out the box that you're like,
yeah.
huh.
No, you're right. So I don't know, man. And well, let me say it like this. If they do remake the film, I can't see them really remaking it without Wes Craven. Because he's the only dude that truly understands Krueger's character.
Well, and I think Kevin Bacon's probably bored with just doing like the sort of, he's not stereo, or what do you call it, typecasted
Yeah.
a lot. I guess he is.
But he plays the same type of characters.
Right.
Yeah.
The only other movie I saw that I really, really liked him in that was kind of dark was the James Wan. He's the guy that did all the Conjuring movies.
Oh, okay.
He did Death Sentence,
Oh, okay.
where Kevin Bacon was basically like, he had this perfect family. He's got like 2 sons. One's like a fucking hockey like rock star. And he's like getting a fucking scholarship to go to college for hockey. And it's like this big deal. He goes to one of his games and they're riding home. They stop at a gas station and some fucking gang kills his kid in front of him. It's all about him killing those guys and like either going through the judicial system or taking care of it himself.
Oh, okay.
And he like loses it. And it's fucking dark. It's got some really amazing shots.
Okay.
Anyway, Kevin Bacon, Freddy Krueger. What do you guys think?
It's one of those, like, for for me, like, and I don't want to just keep beating a dead
I
horse.
know, we keep saying the same.
But at the same time, like, for me, it's not necessarily the acting because I know he has the chops.
Right.
It's the writing.
We need you know what? We need more ballsy producers.
Yeah, it's people that are just like, don't just fucking milk the IP.
Yeah.
You know, fucking be like, fuck it, I want to make a crazy ass fucking movie because I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, you got to take some risks to make good fucking movies.
Yeah.
You got to be like when your back's against the wall and you're getting railed. You got to fucking take some risks.
Yeah, if your back's against the wall and you drop that soap in the prison shower.
But no, really, I feel like the producers kind of keep it back. Like they kind of like, well, we're putting the money down. You got to change this. And
No, you're right. It is. Because that's my feeling with a lot of these remakes. And this is what I noticed, too, with a lot of the remakes. And granted, like, Batman, the Batman, Christopher Nolan Batmans are, like,
Right.
kind of, like, an anomaly. Mm-hmm. But generally speaking, I think what they do is they have this intellectual property that is already established. They have it out there. People already know it. They don't have to promote it as much as they need to.
Okay.
So what they do is they grab an unknown producer, or not producer, I'm sorry, unknown director.
Right.
Who's going to work for fucking peanuts.
Yeah, and basically work their butt off.
Yeah, and then grab some actors who nobody knows of, or some
Right.
B-list actors, D-list actors, C-list actors, and they shove them into this project for like little to no money because they just want to milk it. That's what I feel like.
I don't know. I don't mean, how much did they spend on any of the other remakes, though?
I don't know.
Like, that'd be something we should look into.
The only remake outside...
We'll call, by the way, and we're going to, from here on, we're going to call the actor filling the position of another iconic character, we'll call it the Heath Ledger anomaly.
Oh,
or
yeah.
something like that, you know, like, because it makes sense, right?
But anyways, that's enough beating off that dead horse.
Yes. I do want to go over some new releases that are coming out, some movies
yeah,
that
dude.
are actually, I shouldn't say new releases, but maybe some movies that we picked up
For sure.
that we're watching right now. And some of you guys may have already seen this. We put it up on Twitter, or I don't know, talked to you personally and came over to your house and massaged your back. But one of the movies that I picked up that I have not seen, and I don't know if you've seen this or not, it's from 1983. It's called Microwave Massacre.
I have not seen it.
And I don't know if you guys, I'll put the trailer up in the comments or in the description. Arrow put this DVD out, and it's typically like $30. It came out like $30, and I was like, I don't know if I'm going to take that much of a risk. And then it dropped down to $22 on Amazon. I was like, bingo, and I got it. So, but it's basically about cannibalism with screwballs, sort of, what is it, meatballs sort of style.
Oh, like, yeah.
So like stupid gratuitous nudity with like...
Which is always good.
Yeah, I mean, I saw a review on it, and they were like, yeah, it's like, it seems like it shouldn't work, and by all means, it probably shouldn't, but somehow it does. So I'm really anxious to see that one. That looks pretty fun. What about you? What'd you get?
I recently got Triangle. Like I mentioned,
You did say that.
I mentioned earlier. It's
But you got another one, another kind of...
Moon 44, yeah. It's one of Roland Emmerich's early films. Before he left Germany and came over to the U.S.
Right.
It's not really a horror film. It's more of like a sci-fi film.
Okay.
But what's really cool about it, it's all practical effects.
Right.
And,
Early stuff. This is the guy that did Independence Day, folks, if you're not familiar.
yeah, Independence Day, Day After Tomorrow, 2012,
Nice.
all that kind of stuff.
I like 2012.
I don't remember it, but it wasn't bad.
It's not a great movie, but, dude, it's some of the best fucking chaos, destruction, like world gone wrong type shit. Like,
I know.
it's fucking awesome. I told my friend, I was like, you need to watch this. I promise you it's way better than if you just look at it from a destruction standpoint. But anyway, so what is Moon 44 about?
Well, first of all, what's really cool about it is I need to do more research, but I'm pretty sure this is where he met Roland Emmerich.
Okay.
No, I'm sorry.
I was going to say, wait, he met himself? You,
alcohol.
in the mirror.
No, this is where he met Dean Devlin. Dean Devlin was one of the actors in the film.
Okay.
And
Which was a big 80s, 90s star.
I don't know what else he was really
He was big in the 90s, early 90s.
Oh, really? Oh, wow. But he wound up helping him produce all these bigger budget films like Godzilla and Day After Tomorrow and Independence Day and stuff like that. It's a kind of a cool, kind of sci-fi kind of a flick. It's a cross between like Blade Runner, Aliens, and Star Wars and stuff like that.
Nice.
If you really dig on kind of like that retro practical effect kind of sci-fi James Cameron style,
The trailer looks gritty as fuck. I still haven't seen it.
it's very cool, man. It's very old school. I dig on it. You scored a copy of brain scan?
I did.
That may or may not have been legitimate.
Well, you know about this, but yeah. I bought a copy of Brain Scan. I don't know if you guys are familiar with this movie. Edward Furlong is in the movie, and as you guys know, he was big and popular in Terminator 2, and he did this movie called Brain Scan, where he's this, like, punk, limping kid, plays a video game that brings him into a reality that basically is like virtual reality in his mind, and it causes him to, like, kill people, and he doesn't know if it's real or not. But I got this DVD, and what pissed me off, and I'm sure you guys know this, I've been collecting DVDs for years. Like, years and years. I used to collect fucking VHS and Beta, fucking Christ's sake. Like, when that went out of fucking
straight
shit.
up.
And fucking this, on the back of a DVD disc, you know what color it is, right? You know it's not fucking blue, right? You know that it's like fucking gold or like silver.
like, oh, it's blue. This is the Blu-ray.
Yeah, like, yeah, right? It was before Blu-ray. It was like half Blu-ray. So on the top, it looks like a regular DVD. On the bottom, it's like Blu-ray. No, it's a fucking dvdr. And I went to the store, and I'm not even going to say who it is, because fuck you. But I have a feeling, they were like, yeah, DVDs are like that now. They're like, doing them on DVDRs or something. I'm like, no, they're not. I was like, I paid $18 for a fucking burned disc.
Yeah.
It didn't even have a fucking menu, by the way.
So, do you want me to accept the rape that you're doing to
Yeah,
me?
like, I'm paying $18 and you can't even spend the fucking effort to put a fucking menu. I mean, not that I need it. I don't know. Something about not having a genuine disc that I could burn off my fucking computer. I'm obviously collecting for a reason. I'm not paying $18 because I want some dipshit to fucking hand me a DVD-R. Granted, I understand that we can't always get the movies that we want, so you got to get them however you can. I get it.
Yeah.
But I don't want a fucking DVD-R. I'd rather buy the original. Or have them put it out on Blu-ray. So, or half Blu-ray. Anyway, I went way in too long into that. I'm just going to shoot through some real quick. I picked up The Blair Witch Project on DVD, the special edition.
Oh, cool.
I got Night of the Living Dead 1990.
Which is fantastic.
Yeah.
Tom Savini's directorial.
Yes, it was his directorial debut. And it was surprisingly low on gore. So a lot of people were like, what the fuck? So it's gotten a little bit of a, bad name for that reason. But ultimately, it's got really good atmosphere and it feels great. The actors are great.
Oh, yeah, dude. I forget the guy, I don't know what his name is, but the guy who plays in John McNaughton's Henry Portrait of a Serial Killer, he plays Otis
yeah,
Toole.
the bald-headed fucking New Yorker guy.
Yeah. He's
who's in the basement
fantastic.
always, like, yelling at his wife
Yeah.
and, like,
He is
practically
fucking
beating
killer,
the
man.
shit out of her.
And if we ever talk about serial killers in the future, he really is not far off from looking
He was Henry's best friend in the movie, right?
in Portrait of a Serial Killer.
Yeah, he was the one that helped him out later on.
Yeah, but he looks a lot like the real dude.
Wow.
The real Otis Toole.
That's kind of scary. Yeah, that guy did a great job. He made you hate him, like, really well. This one, the Night of the Living Dead 1990 version, I bought on Blu-ray. There was 2 versions out. And one of them, some assholes were trying to sell for, like, $80. And that one has, like, a blue tint over it.
That's not cool.
Like, the first 5 minutes of it is, like, perfect. And then the rest of the movie's got this blue tint over it.
That makes no sense.
And supposedly, Tom Savini got to preview this before and okay it. Because they sent it to him. They were like, what do you think of this copy? Is this a good copy? But then it turned out that it was like the worst copy of Night of the Living Dead on Blu-ray that was ever existed.
Oh.
So a lot of people were really upset and they never even made up for it. But there's this company called Umbrella Entertainment. And they're out of Australia. And they put out a fucking Blu-ray. And it's really perfect. And it's there's no region on it, so you can play it anywhere.
Okay.
So it's perfect. I also picked up The Fly and watched a movie called Sunchoke about this chick who goes absolutely mad. Sunchoke, yeah. Dude,
Interesting.
it's just weird. It's about this psychotic girl that her mom keeps her in her house. And, like, you don't know why. You don't know if it's her mom or if it's who. But it turns out it's her, like, nanny. Her dad doesn't want to be around her because she has a psychotic episode. And then she starts to, like, get out into the world and then goes crazy again. But it kind of just ends. I don't know. It's weird. It's unique. But I think that's about it.
So let's get into the meat of the show, shall we?
The meat and potatoes. So we're going to be talking about gore.
Yeah, our favorite gore scenes in movies.
Right, you should kick this one off. What are some major scenes that you thought of?
One of the major ones that I think of right off the bat, I mean, outside of the guinea pig films that we'll talk about later,
Okay, yeah, those are...
some of my go-to scenes are Lucio Fulci.
well, of course.
Of course, man. Zombie 2,
Right?
the scene where the zombie comes through the wall, the door and busts through it, and there's that big fucking spike of a piece of wood
A splinter.
and grabs the chick's head and drives it into her eye, and then it busts off.
But not just pulls her in, like, slowly.
Oh, I know. It doesn't.
Taunting, dancing with her pupil.
Well, that's what Fulci does, man. He doesn't flinch. He doesn't look away.
Right.
Like, he shows everything in its fucking full glory.
Snaps off into her eye, dude.
I
That
know.
was so fucking
Yeah.
brutal.
So if you go to YouTube right now, look for Zombie 2 Fulci eye gouge
and
scene.
if you don't know this, shame on you.
it is fantastic. I mean, granted, it's way over the top,
Right.
But it's fantastic.
Yeah, no. There's a reason he was the godfather of gore.
Yeah. There's also another scene he has in New York Ripper
Oh. Which one is that?
where he cuts the chick's tit in half.
Sorry. Horrible. I don't know if I remember. I remember that part, but I don't remember how.
I just know there's a scene where like the killer is taking this chick and he has an exposed razor blade and he drives it down the bottom her tit and he cuts it down the middle.
Her breast.
Her breast. Oh, sorry, her breast.
Let's be particular.
I don't want to be offensive. Sorry.
We're trying to get our female listeners up.
Anyways, he cuts it in half, right down her nipple, and then he takes it down her face, down her eye, and just cuts her fucking eye open.
Oof.
It's pretty hardcore.
That is one thing that freaks me out in movies is fingernails, teeth, and
tits?
eyes.
Oh.
I don't know what it is. Not finger or toenails. Like anything like that. Like the scene in fucking...
Devil's Experiment.
No, The Ring.
Oh shit.
In the American version, they show the finger like going through a nail, and the nail pops up. Like, oh, that fucking drives me ape. But like anything with the eyes. What's another? Do you know any other good eye scenes?
Oh well, yeah. Oh, going back to Guinea Pig.
Oh,
Devil's Experiment.
okay.
The first guinea pig film. It's them strapping this girl down and driving. I don't know if it's a drill or a spike, just through her temple.
Through the side.
Yeah, and through the side of her head and straight through her eye, and you get this really cool close up of the eye filling up with blood as it punctures,
Delicious.
and ruptures.
I'm sweating like a fucking drunken piece of shit. The only other eye thing that I can think of is Evil Dead's Trap.
Oh yeah,
Have you seen
have
that?
not
I know we've
seen it.
talked about it.
yeah.
once.
I've not seen it, but I want to see it. I've not seen it.
Okay, I'll let you borrow it. I need to watch it, or maybe we'll watch it together sometime. But it's about a news reporter that gets a call for some like hot tip. And they send her out to do some like interview or something with this like person, and they end up taking the entire van of people into this house, and then they like hunt them and kill them, and they walk through traps and shit. But the very first part of that movie is a girl tied up with her arms tied up over her head. She's like dangling and hanging. And this guy just takes a fucking, like a knife, like a dagger or something, and just jams it in her eye really slow.
Oh man.
And then you see all the like viscous, like whatever fucking liquid popping out of her eye. Like, because I don't know what's in an eye, but actually I do. I think I cut open a cow eye once. But they poke into her eye, and it's just like all this. It's in black and white, so you can't really see it, but it's pretty graphic. And then it like he slices it down, so it's pretty brutal.
Shit, man.
Do you have any other ones? Some favorites?
I have another one too. Like,
Well, wait, before you go into that, because you were talking about Lucio Fulci.
yeah.
There's many scenes. Okay, so in City of the Living Dead, aka Gates of Hell, this priest can basically, and spoiler alert,
Spoiler
can
alert!
look at you and make you fucking bleed out of the eyes, right? And he just stares at you. And like this girl like starts puking up her own organs.
Oh yeah.
And that was so cool to me.
Isn't that like a scene where they're making out or something?
They were making out, and they like turn on the lights. He's like, "See, there's nothing there." And then there's a priest like hanging in the distance, and then he like appears next to them, and he's like all seriously looking at him, and she's like, "Ah, ah," and then she starts bleeding out of her eyes. I remember that movie got cut for the gore coming out of their mouth. Like originally it had that part cut out. because it was really long. Like, they had extra long vomiting of guts. Like, it was like an extra 10 or 20 seconds or something like that. And you just see, like, liver, organs, lungs, whatever, coming out of this fucking head. But that was pretty badass. And the only other one out of that one that I really love is the drill scene. This kind of fucked up kid always gets in trouble in town. He's like haunted by this hell that's like unleashing on this town of Dunwich. And he like runs to hide at some girl's house who I guess when he was younger took Janie in the woods and he tried to touch her or something, and so they like hated him because he was like a pervert. And but anyway, he gets in this fucking garage and the dad comes in when they're all smoking joints, and then he grabs him and he takes their head and tries to push it onto a fucking drill. Takes his head and it goes through one side and out the other, and like he's like and it was pretty cool because you could see it spinning on both sides. I don't know, it's just a good gore scene in my opinion. So what about you?
Well,
Come on, pass it back.
I have a few more, but there's one I just had that I fucking forgot. My brain just took a fucking dump on my brain. I'm trying to think. I had Serbian film. We gonna talk about Serbian film?
Oh yeah, sure.
Serbian. Where the dude is fucking that chick and he's hacking her head with a fucking axe or whatever.
Yeah, he's like chopping at her neck. It's the part where he was whacked out on drugs.
Yeah.
And he was like chopping at her neck. I don't remember if he chopped her head off or not.
I just know they filled him full of a bunch of like horse tranquilizer. Not tranquilizer, I'm sorry. Horse steroids.
Horse steroids, yeah. Because
they
wanted him to have a boner.
Yeah, so he had like a rock hard boner. He'd already been fucking brainwashed, and they just let him loose, and he raped the shit out of her, and then I think they just gave him...
She was all about it, and then it like...
Well, didn't they give him an axe or something? They actually like hit her.
Yeah, and all of a sudden you see like a machete or something, and he's just like hacking at her head.
It's fucking hardcore.
Yeah, that was pretty brutal.
Yeah,
can you think of anything else? Or
I have a couple other extra ones too. Like, well, I keep talking, and this isn't super hardcore,
right?
But I like to bring it up. But it is supernatural.
Supernatural? Oh, it's in Supernatural?
Yeah. Well,
that's right. Okay.
I know. This show...
He is so obsessed, guys.
It is. I am so gay for Sam and Dean. It's not even funny. Because the show is on CW, and it's kind of questionable because it is CW. But it's actually kind of gory to some degree. It has a lot of blood, more violence than you expect. But there's one episode where some person gets hexed by a witch, and he starts vomiting razor blades. And they do this really cool shot from inside of his throat out. Oof. And there's like a razor blade lodged in the top of his mouth, and he reaches in to kind of pull it out. It's so hardcore. Like, Laura actually started vomiting, like gagging.
Really?
Well, she didn't really vomit, but she started gagging like she was gonna vomit. She had to get up and leave the room. And that's
Laura,
that's a TV show. You know,
we're judging you.
There's that, but let's talk about this. There's a couple more.
That sounds pretty cool. It actually reminds me, before you get into that,
okay,
it reminds me of Night of the Demons.
Oh, really?
At the very end, it was like the old guy that was like grouchy to all the kids and shit on Halloween. And like he bites into an apple, or she makes an apple pie for him,
shit.
And there was like razor blades in it that he had put in the apples to kill the kids.
Just desserts.
Yeah, it was, oh yeah, right? You know, that's actually a movie too. Just came out, yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Shit.
Is that what that's called? Just Desserts?
I don't know what movie you're talking about.
That's so weird. Is that a phrase?
Yeah, that's.
I've never heard that phrase before, so that's why I was like, what does that mean?
It means like, if I remember correctly, like
just do.
Well, just desserts. I think that's the phrase. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong, and I'm an asshat. I think it's
you
like
get what you deserve.
Correct.
Yeah.
You go around punching people in the dick. One of these days, you're gonna get your dick punched.
Yeah, there's a movie out. I saw it. It was called Just Desserts or something like that. Anyway, sorry, way off topic.
Okay. There's a couple more I want to go across, cover for sure.
Sure.
Okay, there's one I want to talk about that always winds up at the top of the list. We'll save that in a second.
Okay.
And there's a few more beyond that I want to talk about.
Okay.
Let's talk about the original I Spit on Your Grave.
Oh, okay.
Not overly gory.
Okay.
But it does have some pretty hardcore rape in it.
Yeah, oh yeah.
But there's one fucking scene, because the movie's about this chick who gets brutally raped by these guys. Mm-hmm. And rather than going to the cops, she decides to take revenge on her own. And to use her sexuality to lure these guys into her clutches and get revenge.
You know, it's funny. I always get Last House on the Left and this confused.
Well, they're similar.
Because, I mean, I was a fan of it, but I'm not, like, the biggest fan of those. I like Torture Revenge.
But there's a sequence where she lures one of the guys who raped her into the bathtub because she's like she wants to have sex with the guy, and she's messing around with him, and she's giving him kind of a hand job under the soap and bubbles of the bathtub.
Soap and bubbles.
Soap and bubbles. But and then she has one extra. While the guy is all distracted, she uses her free hand to grab a fucking knife from under like the bath mat or whatever, and she literally like sticks it in the water, cuts off the guy's cock, and it makes this really fucking unnerving, uncomfortable, like popping sound. And the guy gets up, and the guy gets up, holding his dismembered junk, and there's
Screaming.
blood everywhere. It's
For whatever reason, like I remember that part, but I need to watch it again because it's been a while, obviously. That just talking about a popping noise. But fuck. Like the popping noise, it just sounds so wrong.
no,
Like
dude.
a boner broke in half or something, you know?
He's popping a boner. Anyways. So we got that scene. There's two more I want to talk about. The one that usually winds up at the top of the list for everybody as far as gore, which I agree with,
Okay.
but I think there's more gory films beyond that.
Okay.
I'm gonna say Peter Jackson's Brain Damage
Oh, that's
or Dead Alive.
brain damage.
No,
Dead alive, brain dead.
Oh, Brain Dead. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Brain
you
Damage is a different
son
one.
of a bitch.
You son of
It's one of my favorite movies.
I'm drunk. It's okay.
I wouldn't even say it's a horror movie. It's horror
You
themed,
mean Dead Alive?
but it's like a comedy.
Yeah. Well, it's
It's a
one of
gore
those-
comedy.
Yeah, it's one of those where it's so absurd it's funny,
Yeah.
like a Serbian film.
No, that is a whole nother ballgame.
It is hilarious. Laura was so like traumatized, and I'm like, lol,
baby rape.
he's raping his kid. Oh my god.
Wait, you saw the completely uncut of that, by the way?
Oh, yeah.
Right, okay. Because that's hard to get. Like they don't sell it on Blu-ray.
I
America's like, no,
I thought that I have it.
no,
on,
we will not.
I have it on Blu-ray, and I thought it was the uncut version.
No.
Oh shit.
So you have not seen the baby rape scene.
I did. I thought I saw one.
You haven't seen the baby rape scene.
I want to see babies. I want to see
So
babies
fucked
raped.
up. No, no.
If I have to see one thing being raped, it would most likely be a baby.
It's pretty bad.
I mean, by
It's
bad, you mean
really
like,
bad.
Like that's bad, dude.
It looks fake, but it's just like the idea of it is.
It was pretty awesome.
It's pretty. If you have, I'll let you watch it.
Dude, I didn't know that. That's crazy, man. I got to see it
Yeah.
because I love that movie. It's fucking
Yeah,
great.
I have the uncut, but it's only on DVD.
Oh,
But Brain Dead, aka Dead Alive,
yeah.
it's one of those rare movies. I've seen that movie. I had over 100 times. Like, no
Yeah.
joke. I've seen that movie so many fucking times.
Yeah.
And every time I watch it, I feel like I almost know the whole movie now. Like, I could sit back and just, there's so many great catch lines in that. But the amount of gore in that movie goes from mild to insanely over the top. And, like, it's almost like you desensitize all the way to the very end.
Oh yeah.
What part in that movie do you think is like that sticks out?
The obvious. I mean, there's the as far as one-liners, I kick ass for the Lord.
Right.
You know, there's the scene that made Laura almost throw up with the pus into the pudding.
Oh yeah.
And then the obvious lawnmower sequence with all the zombies at the end.
Right. The pus scene though, I remember that. I was like, oh. And you see the wife, she sees it go into his thing, and he's like, rich and creamy, just the way I like it. So like in the uncut version, the Brain Dead version, the one that they cut like 11 minutes out of or whatever,
Okay.
he's like, is it me? Does your mother look a bit off color today? And then there's like this whole dialogue between Lionel and his mother when they get back from the zoo.
Okay.
And the Radicus Monkeus, whatever fucking thing, bitter. And he's like, why are you purposely trying to abandon me? And it's like, he's like, has this long conversation. To me, it's like very important to the movie because it shows how much of a bitch she really is and how
Yeah.
manipulative. Like, not just like the manipulation you see in the regular version,
Yeah.
but like how far that really goes. So I thought that was really cool. But there's a couple of scenes that they cut out from that they added to it. One of the gore scenes that I remember was the one where they're sitting at the table and he's trying to feeding them all.
Oh yeah.
And he's like, he bites her lips off. Or she bites his lips off.
Oh yeah.
And then she's like chewing on his face. But there's a scene in the uncut, and I don't know if you've seen this part or not, but there's a part where, where Lionel's hanging upside down from the ceiling? And he falls, and like the organs is trying, the insides is trying to pull him up by the lungs.
Toward the very end.
Yeah, and like he hits his head on a zombie. Well, the nurse and the fucking preacher come together, and one of them has a broom inside of him. And like it goes into them, and they like fall on the ground and start fucking, and the broom's like going in and out of them at the same time. So like they cut that bit out too, but there's so many scenes in that. That's not even gory. So what is like the biggest gory scene in that? The lawnmower scene you did say.
Yeah, that's what I can think. I'm just surprised it's so out there, man. I mean, Peter Jackson did Bad Taste as well, which is very gory. Mm-hmm. And did he not do Meet the Feebles?
He did.
So, yeah.
He did Meet the Feebles so that he can make Dead Alive.
And that's another one that's just so bizarre for like a guy like him.
Puppet, murder, sex, and death.
I know. Meet the Feebles is great, dude.
I mean, it's got some pacing issues, and it loses sort of its novelty.
I just like
somewhere through
the sodomy song at the end. If you enjoy like the sodomy.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's right. Yeah. I'm thinking of the fucking porcupine. Under the sea of the Spanish, whatever the fuck he says. But yeah, I remember the sodomy, and then they all boo him off stage.
Okay, but the most important, I think, gore truly that we got to talk about real quick because we're running out of time. The guinea pig films.
Okay.
I think so. Whether it be Flowers of Flesh and Blood, which is fucking hardcore.
I get confused. It's been such a long time since I've seen them all, so I remember a few like specifically, but I get confused between Flowers of Flesh and Blood and what's the other one?
The first one was Devil's Experiment.
Devil's Experiment. That's where they fucking torture the girl, spin her around, make her drink, slap her in the face like a million times.
I just know Devil's Experiment is one where they drill the hole or point the spike through her eye.
Oh yeah, okay.
And Flowers of Flesh and Blood is where it's just a samurai guy just hacking this girl up.
I remember that, but it's been years.
I just know for me, it's so fucking realistic that it borders on traces of death or faces of death. It's so realistic. I mean, was it Charlie Sheen? Who was the actor?
Oh, that was like appalled by it and like called it out?
Well,
I thought it was a snuff film or something?
Yeah, I thought it was Charlie Sheen who thought it was
Maybe it is. It is.
Yeah, so pretty much Charlie Sheen got a copy of Flowers of Flesh and Blood, thought it was a real snuff film, and reported it to the FBI. Yeah, and I guess Interpol got involved, from what I understand, as well as the FBI.
Because why Charlie Sheen?
I don't know, dude. You think, like
why, like, doesn't he seem like he doesn't give a fuck?
Yeah, it's like
why?
I need to stop this coke.
This is pre-coke, maybe.
Yeah, pre-coke. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know,
crazy.
man. But yeah, so it's pretty interesting, though. From what I understand, the guinea pig films were just like a bunch of effects guys that wanted to just expose their style of effects.
Right. They didn't have great stories. They just wanted to show off. It's kind of like a gore effects sort of resume.
Yeah, you got it.
Right.
And it was fucking hardcore.
And they got a lot of attention.
Oh, yeah.
I actually want to bring up one, just a fun one, a colorful one. Street Trash.
Do it.
If you guys haven't seen this, and have you seen Street Trash?
I have not seen Street Trash.
Oh my god, man. We've got to deflower you with so many wonderful gore films. Street Trash is it actually has some pretty good gore in it. But Street Trash is about some bums that pick up a bottle. This bottle is from the cellar of a fucking restaurant, like a bar.
Yeah.
Or not a bar, a fucking liquor store. He finds like a whole box of these things called Viper. And this Viper, he puts up on the shelf. He's like, fuck it, I'll sell it,
Yeah.
And he puts it up for like $1. So all the bums buy it because it's the cheapest booze they can get.
Yeah.
So they go in, they drink the booze, and this booze really fucking, it'll just like start eating away your insides and then explode you and turn you into different colors and stuff. Like there's a scene where a guy's like drinks it and he sits down on an old abandoned toilet in the middle of this broken building. And he just starts melting into the toilet. And he's like holding onto the old flusher because he used to have those ones that were above your head.
Oh, yeah.
And it had like
pull the
tank
chain.
up top so that the force would push it down.
Yeah.
His arm is like melts off at the like forearm.
Oh, dude.
And there's like that's like an iconic scene. If you ever look up Street Trash, you'll see that or like a pair of boots with like gore all around it. There's like a scene where a guy just explodes. This guy's just like, this fat guy gets bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger, and then he just explodes. It's like a comedy, really. But there's a scene where this homeless, he's a vet, and he turned crazy and killed a bunch of Vietnam people, and like he's like lost it, and he's like the king of the fucking
King of the bus.
junkyard or whatever, you know what I mean?
This is my realm.
Yeah. And so he like cuts off some dude's dick that's peeing through a hole in the fence, and they play football with it. Like for like a good 5 minutes, and it's like this big funny scene. But there's some really fucked up gore in there. There's necrophilia and all kinds of shit.
Oh, dude.
Oh,
I got another one too. Go for it. Go for it.
necromantic.
Oh, dude. Laura has a necromantic shirt.
Yeah, dude. That movie's fucked up. Part 2 too.
Yeah, there's this other movie too that oh, it's called Splatter Farm.
Yeah, I haven't seen that. It sounds familiar.
It's really, really old, and it's really, really shitty and cheesy.
Okay.
And I haven't seen it since I rented it at Blockbuster.
Okay.
But there is a scene where this dude severs off this person's head, and he fucks the neck hole of the head.
That totally reminds me of that faux trailer from Grindhouse. Thanksgiving. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
He's like fucking the head.
God, Splatter Farm. I forgot about that movie.
Splatter Farm. I'm gonna have to look that up.
It's really shitty. I haven't seen it for years.
Really?
I doubt you can actually find it. It's probably too dated. Dude, if we ever do an episode on serial killers,
Oh, maybe we will.
Edmund Kemper, who's still alive. He's a co-ed killer. He's alive. He's in, I think he might be still in Vacaville prison,
Okay.
if he's still there. But his thing was, when he was a kid, he killed his grandparents just to kind of see what it was like. I know. And then...
Like in their sleep or something?
I think he bludgeoned him. He killed his grandmother, then his grandfather found him, and he killed him because he didn't want to get
In
caught.
trouble.
Yeah. And then he wound up going to...
I woke up and they were dead.
Yeah. But he wound up going to, not really prison, but like,
Child.
whatever they have for kids, you know?
Yeah.
But his IQ is so high, the guy's near genius, that he talked his way out of it. And he wound up being in prison for a little bit and then getting out. And he wound up being the co-ed killer. He would pick up girls and cut off their hands, cut off their heads, fuck the headless bodies, take the heads home to his house, use the fucking heads as a fleshlight.
Jesus.
And he's hardcore, man. And he would keep them for a good 8 or 9 days, the severed heads. And then sometimes he said one time he actually put a severed head, buried it outside of his house, and had the head pointing towards him through his window. And then at night he would have conversations with it as if it was his girlfriend. What the fuck? And then eventually he killed his mom, severed his mom's head.
Wait, she was still around him after all this?
Yeah.
That's a
Well,
good
she
mom.
never knew he was a killer.
It was a wrong mom, but yeah, it was a good mom.
But he wound up killing his mom, fucking her corpse, and using her head as a fleshlight.
Oh, what the fuck? Does this man have no boundaries?
And this is what's really hardcore.
Oh, beyond this? Beyond head fucking your mom?
When he wound up turning himself in, right? And when he was in prison, because he was so intelligent, his IQ was so high, and he had such a good speaking voice, he recorded a bunch of audiobooks. So there's like 100-some audiobooks you can get online with this guy who used to fuck severed heads. And you can like listen to him.
Jesus.
Yeah.
So if you guys are, once you get home from church and you're like ready to listen and hang out with the family, have some beans or something like that, little picnic outside, pop on some audio tapes from this guy, from the headless fuck guy, and, just have yourself a great Sunday.
Yeah. Sunday.
So just to be clear, guys, obviously there's a ton of more movies that we missed.
For sure.
I mean, there's probably too much to name, but we just kind of wanted to have some fun and just kind of go off the cuff like we normally do.
Yeah.
If you guys know some really great gore scenes that maybe we forgot and you think is really cool, fucking tweet us. Fucking write us in the fucking SoundCloud or fucking on YouTube. We have our YouTube up on youtube.com/Alex the Dark Unicorn for now, and then we'll switch it over, but I still do not know how to do that. But anyway.
Thank you for joining us.
Yes, thank you guys for coming by again.
Again.
And we hope to see you next time. And please, if you have any friends that like horror or idiots who talk about it, let them know that we're a bunch of idiots that like to talk about horror.
Yeah. I also am wearing a diaper.
Thanks for coming by, guys.
Later, man.
Beyond the Veil Horror Podcast. Tune in every Monday for a new episode. And please, wipe from front to back.